Hello, Namaste, Sat Sri Akal. Welcome to the Mix and Match channel. Do subscribe and hit the bell button to get updated with the daily upcoming videos.
Welcome everyone. We are here to discuss on the topic world most disastrous event that took place in 2020. As you know, this pandemic COVID has a great impact on our lives. But apart from it, there are some natural or man-made events that are taking place around us which are disastrous. Explosion, bomb blast, forest fire, volcanic eruptions, and etc. We shall look about them in deeply in this video. So let's get started. Number 1. Beirut explosion. I think it is one of the disastrous explosions in 2020. What was happened there and what damages is caused to property and the humans? On 4th August 2020, a large amount of ammonium nitrate stored at the port of the city of Beirut, the capital of Lebanon, exploded, causing at least 204 deaths, 6,500 injuries, and causes $15 billion property damage, and leaving an estimate of 3 lakh people homeless. A cargo of 2,750 tons of the substance has been stored in a warehouse without proper safety measures from previous 6 years after having been confiscated by the Lebanese authority from the abandoned ship MB Roses. The explosion was preceded by a fire in the same warehouse. The blast was felt in Turkey, Syria, Israel, Palestine, and the part of Europe, and was heard in Cyprus more than 240 kilometers. It was detected by US Geological Survey as the earthquake of magnitude 3.3. Can you believe it? And is considered one of the most powerful artificial non-nuclear explosion in the history. Second, Peshawar bomb blast. An official said a blast at a religious seminary in Pak, northern city of Peshawar, on 27 October 2020 killed 8 people, including children, and injured dozens. And police officer says the blast took place in Madrasa Muslim school where unknown people had planted explosive in a plastic bag. A spokesman for the Lady Reading Hospital nearby said they had received 8 dead bodies and 110 wounded patients, many with burns suffered in the blast. This was the devastating terrorist attack in Peshawar.
Third, cyclone Amphan. It is one of the most monstrous cyclone in 2020. So scientists name it super cyclonic storm Amphan. It was a powerful and catastrophic tropical cyclone that caused widespread damage in eastern India, especially in West Bengal and in Bangladesh in May 2020. So, where it was originated and what damages it caused. Amphan was originated from a low pressure area 3 kilometers away from Colombo, Sri Lanka in 30th May. In 80th May, it was on its peak with its highest speed of 260 kilometers, and 20th May it reaches West Bengal, causes landfalls between 10 am to 11 am, and it damages many coastal regions of Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Andaman Islands. It was one of the strongest tropical cyclones to strike the Ganges Delta since Sidr of the 2007 season, and first super cyclone storm to form in a Bay of Bengal since the 1999 Odisha cyclone. It was also the fourth super cyclone and one of the strongest storms that hit the West Bengal, causing damage over $13.9 billion.
Fourth, Kilauea volcanic eruption. As the name suggests, Kilauea means constant flow of lava, so it is one of the most active volcanoes in the world. In Kilauea volcano on Hawaii Big Islands erupted on Sunday, 20 December 2020 at night. The eruption started with multiple fissures opening on the walls of Halimamau crater. The Hawaiian Volcano Observatory recorded an earthquake of magnitude 4.4. On Sunday, 20 December, eruption was reported at the Halimamau crater of the Kilauea Agency said on Twitter early on Monday that residents to stay indoor for their safety. So it is one of the most devastating volcanic eruptions in 2020. Fifth, Assam flood 2020. This was the significant flood events of the Brahmaputra River in the northeastern states of Assam. Initially, flooding started in May 2020 due to the heavy rainfall affecting 30,000 and destroying crops across 5 districts. As of October 2020, the flood affected over 5 million people, claiming the lives of 123 people, with additional 26 deaths due to the landslides. 5,474 villages were affected. So it causes many damages to bridges, government buildings, roads, embankments and schools. The government has announced funding of 3.46 billion Indian rupees for repair and aid to the region. Addition to this, central government, according to the Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, has committed to passing the ordinance to set up Northeast Water Management Authority to address flood and erosion problems. Sixth, Uttarakhand forest fire. In 2020, Uttarakhand forest fire started in late May after several forest fires broke out in Srinagar of Pauri, Garhwal district in Uttarakhand, India. As per the reporters, main reason for the wildlife forest fire in Uttarakhand is the extreme rise in mercury levels in past days during May. Uttarakhand has overall witnessed around 46 wildfires since the beginning of 2020, causing great danger to the state's forest land and wildlife species residing in the area, covering around 71 hectares of land on fire, in which 5143 hectares of forest land coated in fire and causing death of 2 people. 7th, Ahmedabad Chemical Factory blast. On 4th November 2020, a blast occurred on the Sahil Enterprise, a chemical factory on Pipla Road in Pirana, Ahmedabad at 12:22 am. Kanika Texofab, a Texo godown next to the factory, has around 30 people working when the blast occurred. The godown collapsed and several people died and injured due to the fall and debris. Total 12 people including 5 women died. 9 others including 4 women were admitted in the LG hospital, where 6 of whom were in critical condition. The Chief Minister of Gujarat, Vijay Rupani, had ordered the investigation, and the FIR was filed in Gujarat Police against the owner of the chemical factory, and the 2 owners was arrested on 5 November 2020. The government of Gujarat has announced of ex gratia of 4 lakh each to the family of deceased. 8. The locust crisis. What do you think? It is biblical or real? Yes, it is real. In the 2019 to 2020, locust infestation is the best outbreak of a desert locust, which is threatening the food supply across the regions of East Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, and the Indian subcontinent. The plague began in June 2019 and continued to 2020. From May to October 2020, steady decline in the population in locust swarms has been detected, and as of November 2020, they are found in the horns of Africa and Yemen. Why? What causes them for this outbreak? When period of heavy rainfall follows period of relative drought as well.
solitary desert locusts emerge to feed on the new growth foliage and lay eggs in newly moist soil for their young ones' development. As a result of larger brain size, increased metabolic activity, larger muscles of their body. Have you imagined this small grasshopper locust can be so dangerous that they can hamper the food supply of many countries? What damages they cause? Let us look at the stats. Around 2.25 million hectares of land had already been affected in April 2020 and causes damage to farmyards in many regions. 20.2 million people facing severe acute food insecurity in Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, and many other places. The World Bank estimates that in Africa alone, more than 90 million hectares of cropland and pastures are at risk and damages, and losses would amount as so much $9 billion in coming years. Locust crisis poses a danger to million forecasters warm. Thank you and have a nice day.